Hello guys, this is Pap from Pap back at it again, and today we finally have the video about the deck list that I reached DLV max with. So a lot of you already saw this as maybe they experienced the climb live, but for all the people that missed it, this is the deck list with some of the best replays, and yeah, this is what I think is the best Sidra deck. Honestly, I think it's like the best one. So of course you're gonna have some bricks somehow, but it just feels so powerful, and I'm gonna explain you everything, of course. But before jumping right into it, guys, just a quick reminder: if you enjoy the content, please leave a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and it really helps me a lot. Let's jump right into it. Also, actually, guys, before jumping right into it, just a little announcement. Keep in mind, in I think 2 or 3 hours from this post, stay tuned on Discord, but also on this channel. We're gonna stream some Pokemon Unite with my fiance on iGameU, on the iGameU channel, so feel free to join if you want to see some Pokemon in action, or if you just play Pokemon Pocket. Let's jump right into the deck list now. Here it comes. Immortal Cyberstyle. We know what this does, but let's have a quick refresh, right? So this has a restriction about monster you can normal or special summon, except machine and dragon cyber monsters, or basically level 5 or higher light machine monsters. You have a couple of effects that you can use once per turn, but not once per duel. So this means you can keep on activating the effect again and again and again. During your main phase, you can send one Cyber Dragon from your deck to grave, so it's the original one, and then you can also change the level of all the monsters you control to 5 until the end of the turn. So that's super nice. We have this build. Let's start from the classic Cyber Dragons 2, because if you happen to draw the only one you would play, well, you can't send nothing to grave, and that is a big disadvantage for cards like Cyber Repair Plant. Then we have Kaiju, one copy of the hand trap, of the way to get rid of untargetable monster, or to get rid of the towers. Why just one? Because you can search it with the Cyber Repair Plant that can be searched from the core, so it's like playing like 6. Then we have Galaxy Soldier, a couple, just because usually you don't need the third one, and it just feels like, I mean, after you got the first two, you don't really want to have the third one, and also the second one that you summon can't search for another one, because the effect is a hard once per turn. So you get a couple, and I super recommend this, as this is the only one card combo that can give you a rank 5 other than Nashter. Otherwise, you're gonna rely on normal summons and on special summon like this, but if you go first, it's not available, so that is super good. 2, perfect, also searchable with Cyber Repair Plan. Triple core, nothing to say here, it's just like the searcher. I can search the Cyber Repair Plan, the Cyber Emergency, and in case we got both in our hands, you don't want to search another one, because both the Cyber Repair Plan and the Cyber Emergency are a hard once per turn. So what are you going to search with the core? Well, you're gonna search the Cyber Rev system. That, keep in mind, when you have a bunch of Cyber Dragons in the grave, you can also summon an Ashter, plus Nashter, of course, when it's normal special, gives you the chance to get another 2100, so it can be used to either revive a Nova or an Infinity, or just to get another Cyber Dragon to go into another rank 5. Nashter, it's exactly like Cyber Dragon Soldier, exactly like Galaxy Soldier, guys, sorry, and it is a 1-card rank 5 Xyz, and either if you normal or special summon it, and that's why it's lovely, and we don't care about the restriction of the machine stuff, just because all we play is basically machines. And then we have, last but not least, in the list of the monster is Hearts. This guy is super nice, and it's what you want to discard either with Galaxy Soldier or with Nashter, just to keep on having the same number of cards in your hand, because Hearts, when it's sent to grave, gets you the chance to recycle a Cyber Dragon from the graveyard or the deck. But keep in mind that if you choose from the graveyard, you can choose any of these guys that count as a Cyber Dragon when it's in the graveyard. And of course, when Cyber Emergency, just a couple again, guys, just a couple and a couple, because you don't want to see a couple of them in your starting hand, as you can only use one. So if you draw a couple of Cyber Emergency, the second one just counts as a brick. Same thing for Cyber Repair Plan, that's why I'm going with 2 and 2. And then it comes to the attack. Now the first attack is Bondage Plus. A lot of people already know this. Multiple target destruction by removing stuff, materials from your Machine Xyz monster, and both Vimana and Infinity are. Plus this synergizes perfectly with the effect of Vimana that can keep on getting materials from the grave, and as well with Infinity, because Infinity keeps on getting materials from attack position monsters. Keep in mind, super important, Infinity can actually attach to its material not only from your opponent's board, but even from your home. So maybe if you have a monster you have to get rid of in attack position, like a core that has a very low stats in attack, you can just use the effect of Infinity to attach it as a material. And here comes, in my opinion, the best spice of the spiciest stuff, and it is Xyz Reborn. Don't underestimate this card, and it is literally your only way to survive when you're going second against Predaplan. We know when you're going first against Predaplan, sorry. So we know Predaplan are a pain in the and why? Because they can just put a counter on your monster, in this case Infinity, and search for Hydra, tribute your Infinity, and you wanna be able to do nothing. Well, but if you have Xyz Reborn, what happens is that you do not only revive Infinity straight away, but you also get a materials alongside it, because Xyz Reborn attach itself to the Xyz monster he just revived as an Xyz material, and that is perfect for Infinity. So definitely recommend that. Keep in mind, the Infinity, the Reborn can only special summon Cyber Dragon Nova and Infinity, but neither Vimana nor the Zenmayo. Why? Because of the skill, you can't special summon stuff from the grave except from the extra deck, so keep in mind that. And yeah, I think this is the best one. Now, I won't play 3 of any of this, even though, for example, I have triple Bondage Plus, because this deck, to function, needs enough monsters in hand. So you definitely want to have 3 monsters in hand, or at least 2, and one of them being core. So otherwise it becomes tough. In fact, the most powerful breaks that we had happened when we draw triple traps, and that's something you don't want to happen. Now, playing just 1 and 1 feels just like not enough, but 2 and 2 is, I think, it's the maximum. Otherwise, if you go further, just gonna count as bricks. Even if you play the other trap cards, guys, at that point it becomes just super tough, honestly. And guys, for the extra deck, apart from the classic stuff, we have Vimana 100%, Zenmayo 100% guaranteed to get rid of 2 set cards on the field in one time, Sieger, even though not really super useful, Phoenix of course useful, and here comes another spicy deck. The Barbaroid, as you will see in the replays, this can steal so many games, and what's the thing behind this is that, well, your opponent knows that after you summon Nova, you're gonna rank up Xyz into Infinity, okay? So what they're gonna do is that they're gonna interrupt you onto your Nova, so when you summon Nova. But if Nova gets sent to grave by an opponent's card, you can special summon 1 machine type fusion monster from your extra deck. So if they remove Nova, you get to summon the Barbaroid, a 4k beast that attacks 2 times and inflicts 1000 damage to your opponent for each monster destroyed. That's an OTK machine, dude, even though if we can't attack directly, unfortunately, but I guess with 4k we can't complain, right? So guys, that is all for the Sidra explanation. This is the deck list I used to reach DLV max in the end. I changed something along the way, but in the end I think this is the best version for Cyber Dragon. And I don't trust playing more cards than this, honestly, as you're just gonna play more bricks and more staples. I mean, even if you play the Book of Eclipse, the problem is that this deck does not function if you do not have at least a couple of monsters in your hand. Anyway guys, that was all for the explanation, and let's jump right into the replays. Here we go, my boys. First replay, rank up from the KC Cup. We got Delist to begin with, and I think we went second actually, right? So Delist going first, but we know we have the searchable Kaiju. So let's see what happens. We can speed things up because we know Delist we perfectly know what's the littlest bird and board actually, and so it's got the recital, it's got the nightingale, and that's it. So we started with the skill, we got the cyber repair plan to get the kaiju, it's got the crow, but I think we still get the search. Yep, we still get the search. So we tributed the nightingale to go for the kaiju, and then cyber emergency to get the hearts because we got the one card combo galaxy soldier. So I first discarded the cyber dragon, then I got the other one, discard the hearts to get the second galaxy soldier, and here comes cyber dragon back to my hand. See summon into Nova, and then Nova getting the hearts back. It's got the book of Eclipse though, that's sad, but still we're alive. Cyber Dragon Tribute Summon, now the skill to make everything level 5. Again, Nova, this time ranking up into Infinity, and now we can also set the Xyz Reborn and attack the Recital. So now he's got the big boy here because that is my kaiju, of course. He used the skill to turn that into a Cobalt Sparrow, then the Canary, negating the Canary, but it's got the droplet. So he's actually chilling. She's actually chilling right now, and she's got the Recital Starling to begin with, but she already used Canary, so let's see what it's going on, what it's going with. So he's got the search with the Wagtail, so not the best combo. I mean, she couldn't go into... Actually, this was the best option, actually, now that I think about it. But still, even after doing that, she's got some damage. We got the Xyz Reborn, getting the Nova back. And then I was also playing the Iron Drop, but in the end, guys, we dropped that. And yep, going on, but at this point we already have lethal. In fact, we can just finish it. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Second duel, we've got Ancient Warriors, another deck that's gonna be super annoying in this KC Cup because they got everything. So it's us to go, and we have the perfect hand basically with the couple of staples we need. So emergency here to get the Nashter. In this case, we need the Nashter one card combo. So after your normal summon core, it's super easy to get the Nashter, the Cyber Dragon. Then you make everything level 5. Then Xyz with the 2 level 5 into Nova. Nova uses its effect to get another Cyber Dragon on the field, so you got another couple of level 5, but before you rank up into Infinity, and then you use the other 2 to go into Vimana, and that is your ideal turn 1. With a couple of back rows, we are chilling. So it's got Book of Moon to begin with. I'm negating that 100%, and then Vimana to get the Nova back to as a material. It's got the Borrowing of Arrows, the 3 visits, then it starts with Loyal Young Yun, and then Vimana just negate that straight away by detaching a couple, but then he summons the Zugong Body Edge Blast to say, you know what, I'm popping everything. He still got Loyal Guang Yun again to special summon that can actually pop the Infinity, but guess what, in the end phase Xyz Reborn, Infinity is back with the negation, so now even if we had the back row, nothing could have happened because we would have negated that. At this point we steal an attack, we have another Body Edge Blast that we don't need, a Betrayal that can go okay, we got another Xyz Reborn, but we don't need it because just with the Xyz Reborn we take the win at home. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Third duel, my boys, ranking up against my man Florian. It is a long time subscriber, my man. Thanks for this amazing duel. So we got us to begin with, and we are one of the staples. So let's speed things up because I think at this point you know how the combo looks like. So it's just Galaxy Soldier discarding the Cyber Dragon, and then the Hearts to get another card back in end. Nova with another monster, both level 5. So guys, when you can choose, when you have the Galaxy Soldier, you go into the Nova without using the skill. What you want to revive with Nova, it's the Hearts, because you want the Hearts be you want him to be a material, so that when it is detached, you can use the effect of when it's sent the grave to get the Cyber Dragon from your deck or graveyard to your hand. Keep in in mind that is super important. Then we got Vimana and the Xyz Reborn, and we're chilling. So it's got overlay control to begin with. So this is probably Suship. Cyclone, goodbye to Xyz Reborn. Painful decision, I let that go. Was that right? We'll see. Overlay network, then the effect of Shari Rat, but we have to negate that with the Infinity. Now we can only have the other one card Xyz. Let's see if he has it, but even if he does, we have the Vimana. He went with the overlay network to get a couple of level 4s back on the field. So no other, I think no Suship Uni, but Vimana negates this draw. We don't want that to happen. He rank up Xyz into Vespacito, but he still can't do nothing. A couple of sats, but we got the negation. We're kind of chilling. Vimana again to boost up the Infinity. That can then we went with the emergency, but we can just steal that with the Infinity. We have a couple of negation, but we can also go into Naster and reviving Cyber Dragon. So we got the skill to make it level 5. Another couple of level 5. This means that Zenmayo is coming just to pop both the back rows, and we still have the negation of Infinity there. It was not lucky with the back rows, but that's how you do it, my boys. There you go. I think this was the 4th duel, guys. So we got Borreload, and this is such a nice duel. Like, let's speed things up. This is Borreload. We know what they usually do. They have the rocket stuff. Has got the quick launch plus rocket tracer, so he's already in a very good spot. So it's gonna end. We know the negation of the Borderlord Riot Dragon, right? So he's got that 100%. We started sending that skill. He also got the Magnet Rocket and the Borderswood Dragon. So with the Borderswood Dragon, what he can do is he can target the Magnet Rocket, and I can't respond to that because of the effect of Borderswood. And when he targets this, he can use its effect to destroy this and send one monster on the field to the graveyard. So he has an interruption and a negation of a special summon. Keep in mind that. So we start with the Cyber Repair plan, we get the Kaiju, we get rid of the negation of the summon, then at this point Cyber Emergency to get the hearts. We got everything here. So we started with the Galaxy Soldier, not even performing our normal summon. Hearts will give us another Cyber Dragon, another folder to discard with the second Galaxy Soldier, and then we got the second one, Xyz summon into Vimana. Why did I go into Vimana? Well, because we can't negate Borosword Dragon because we can't respond to it, right? But we can negate the effect of Magnet Rocket. So we first make sure it can't do nothing, and then we go into Infinity. So there you go, Nuster getting back that. He's got Borosword Dragon to use the effect of Magnet Rocket, but we can respond to Magnet Rocket, negating that. Now we're chilling. At this point, we got the Xyz into Nova. Nova, of course, is ranking up, is getting back the hurts, and then we're going first into Seeger, and then Xyz summoning into Infinity, but I could not go for lethal anyway, as you can see, so I started attacking with the Seeger and then boosting up to get rid of the Kaiju. That was super important, otherwise we would have not have enough attack to go over the Kaiju. That's why we used the Seeger, so the first time it was actually useful, and then negating the effect in the end phase because we have tons of Xyz materials. Then it's got the skill again to play the quad portal, then it went into the triple burst dragon without activating anything because he knows I can just negate, but then he's attacking that. Guess what? We're gonna Seeger to boost himself up. He gets no damage, but he ends the turn with no monsters. That's how you did, my boys. There you go. Here comes Yuri. So Immortal Cyber style, of course, but that was not. Yeah, it was Spell Swap 5 formation tanky. So Ancient Warriors again. Let's see what he has. So let's see how many interruptions gonna have on this board. Keep in mind, guys, the most annoying thing to face here is the tax, the tax boy. The boy tax here is this one that he says that for every card you activate, oh, this guy is a Rebellious Liu Feng. For every, oh, wait a minute, where the heck is him? There you go, this one, the Savage Don Ying. For each stuff you activate, whether it is spell, monster effect, or trap card, you have to pay 400 life points, and that's a lot. I mean, in this meta is a lot. So he had the Link that is the only one that can bounce. Now this makes you pay taxes. This bounces a monster, actually a face-up card, and this pops a monster. So we got rid of the bounce first, And he also has an Acrovaldi, don't forget about it. Then we use the skill to get the Cyber Dragon. Then, of course, Core has got we got the taxes, so we got the Cyber Repair Plan, another tax, full of tax. Then we got Cyber Emergency to get the hearts as well. Galaxy Soldier discarding the hearts to get another Galaxy Soldier, and the hearts to get another Cyber Dragon to discard as a fodder, right? As a fodder material. So there you go, another couple of cards back to our hand. He still has to destroy there, right? So we went first into Cyber Dragon Nova, and here it comes. He pops, but because he was Nova, we can just use its effect, summon Barbaroid. No, and I stopped here because I realized that I had lethal. Otherwise, I mean, I could have gone again on with the Nashter, but the problem is that I wouldn't have enough life points to survive all of these moves. So I said, you know what, Barbaroid, first attack, difference plus damage when you pop a monster, and then Barbaroid again, attacking the second one, and that's already lethal. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Last but not least, this was epic, guys. This was my rank up to DLV Max. So you can also watch that on the stream that happened on Sunday. It's one of the last duels, of course, the last duels of the stream. So to feel the pathos, to feel the emotion that we had behind this. So keep in mind, we went first against a Little Lusk, and it's already a problem. So we have the Cyber Emergency, we got the hearts, we got the combo because we can just use Galaxy Soldier plus hearts. That means 100% combo. So we're of course summoning first the Nova to get the hearts back, right? We still didn't use the skill because both Galaxy Soldiers effect are of course level 5, so we don't need that. Then Nova to get back the hearts, and then we make the skill to use, we first go into Infinity, and then the skill into level 5s, and we go into Vimana. Unfortunately, nothing else, no Xyz Reborn, nothing, just a rev system there. Now, can we survive? Let's see what he has. He's got the Cobalt Sparrow, actually did the skill, then he went Bird Call to summon the Warbler, so he went with Book of Eclipse, and we had to negate that, so at least we can save the effect of Vimana, right? So he started with the Eclipse, but still negate. Then it's got the Warbler, and I decided to let that go because I wanted to stop the recital eventually if he decided to go for it, right? So he went into the recital Starling, probably not thinking about Vimana, and well, after he's got Vimana, he got he's got the Swallow, and then Swallow's effect, I used the effect to negate that, so now the only thing he can have is the Canary, and it turned out it does not have Canary, so he had to go with this to use the skill and another level 1, so that was a mistake, and he went into Nightingale. So Nightingale now has just not enough materials to go for lethal, so he can just draw a card that was not a Canary, luckily for us, and he attacked it 3 times, but that's totally fine because we can handle that. Now, this thing is untargetable as always, so we have to keep in mind that. First, Vimana is got the Nightingale, but we can just negate that. And even if we didn't misplay here with the effect of Nightingale, we could have just Kaiju that, you know? So we negated the Nightingale, destroyed straight away, Rev system to get the Cyber Dragon back, and at this point, I'm going first into the Phoenix to pop that, and it was a needle ceiling. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Now, guys, if you want to see more of this deck in action, you can just check the streams that happened on Sunday and on Friday of the previous week. But these are one of the some of the best ones. I think this is the best build for Cyber Dragons, honestly. Of course, you can decide to play the limited 3 trap cards instead of the decks that I'm using, the Xyz Reborn and the Barrage Blast. You can decide to play the Book of Eclipse, of course, but you can't play Ice Dragon Prison, so you would have either to play Book of Eclipse or probably Crackdown or Compulsory. It's up to you. I found myself really loving the Xyz Reborn. It's just something I can't give up. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and let me know if you actually experienced the climb during the live stream, guys, because I know it was just so good. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and as always, see you in the next one.